What's up guys, Anthony here, and this is another episode of Debonair Gamer where I like to talk about my favorite men's fashion tips to make it super easy for you to power up your style. And it's finally November, it's finally fall, and fall brings a lot of exciting things, as you know. Some of my favorite, pumpkin beer. We got a whole lot of new video games coming out, Red Dead Redemption 2, super happy for that. And of course, with it being fall, we have colder weather. And with colder weather, that means we get to wear boots again. These are my favorite Chelsea boots. I'm sure you've seen in some of my other videos that I like to wear these with a lot of my outfits. But the thing about these Chelsea boots is that they're suede. And since they're suede, they require a little bit of extra care to make them keep looking nice throughout the whole season. So I just wanted to quickly talk about how I like to take care of my suede boots. So the first thing to note is that suede is actually a type of leather material that just happens to have this fuzzy stuff on the surface called nap. Think of nap as little tiny hairs on the surface of the leather that trap dirt and water really easily. And that means suede does not mix well with water. Think of suede as the fire type Pokemon of the textile world. You wouldn't want to use your Charmeleon while you're in Cerulean City Gym battling Misty and her Starmie for the Cascade badge, would you? No, you wouldn't. Of course, the best way to keep your suede from getting wet from the elements is to just not wear your suede when it's about to rain or if you just know it's going to be gross and wet outside. But of course, it's really easy to just forget to catch the weather report, or if you get caught out in a rainstorm, that's really easy, and that's something that'll happen to all of us at some point. So what you can do is prevent your suede from getting damaged by the rain, by the elements, by spraying it with some waterproofing spray. It's super easy to buy, really inexpensive. It's available at pretty much every shoe store that sells types of leather shoes, suede shoes. So you can just buy that, spray it on, let it dry for a day or two, and then you're good to go. The water will roll off the suede just like this. Alright, so you pulled out Charmeleon in Cerulean City Gym and you got wrecked by Misty and her Starmie. Your suede got wet. Is all hope lost? Thankfully, there is some really easy things that you can do to get your suede back up and running and ready to wear again. The first thing you should do to fix your water damaged suede is to try to dry the surface off as much as possible. Take a paper towel or an old t-shirt or an old bath towel or something, anything that you have that's clean lying around that can absorb water, and dab the surface of your suede where the water has set in. Don't rub the surface of the suede because it'll mess up the nap. And sometimes if your suede is newer and hasn't really been worn that often, the dye will come out onto the towel or paper towel and it'll just leave some really weird spots on your shoe or on your boot. So make sure to dab the water spots, don't rub it. Believe me, you don't want your suede looking all weird and splotchy like Venom's face. By the way, if you haven't seen Venom in theaters, definitely go see it. It's a little corny at first and in some spots in the movie, but if you're a true Marvel fan, I think you'll really enjoy the movie. If your shoes got completely soaked, say you stepped in a puddle or something like that, what you want to do is stuff the inside of your shoes with some old t-shirts or towels, something dry that can absorb water in case it seeps into the inside of the shoe, because otherwise the water will sit in there, it'll get moldy. Let me tell you, there's nothing worse than leather that's been sitting damp for a while. It just starts getting this really musty and gross smell. I imagine it smells like what Balrog's boxing gloves must smell like after a tough fight against Ken Masters. So whether you dab the water stains off the surface of the suede or you had to stuff the shoes full of t-shirts or paper towels, the next thing you want to do is set the shoe somewhere with a little bit of sunlight and a good breeze. Either put it in front of a fan or just somewhere with a lot of airflow. That way the water can evaporate out of the leather and you can basically just wait for the shoe to dry out on its own. The other important thing about suede is that you want to make sure you're always taking care of the nap. Not naps like Stretch from NBA Street, but the nap of the suede. Naturally, over time, as you wear the shoes more, the suede naps will start laying down against the surface, or they'll be collecting dirt or just getting scuffed. So you want to make sure you can have a way to rejuvenate the nap and get the shoe looking more new and more fresh. And the best way to rejuvenate the nap is to make sure you have a suede brush on hand. Suede brushes are super cheap, usually less than 10 bucks, and they really are the perfect tool to help you get your suede back to looking bright and fresh again after a bunch of wears. There's no reason that you should not have a suede brush if you have suede shoes or any other suede product in your wardrobe. The key to using the suede brush is to make sure that you're always brushing the nap of the suede in the same direction. You don't want to randomly brush the suede in circular directions, other opposite motions or whatever, because it'll over time damage the nap and sometimes the nap won't stand up properly after you brush it. Finally, what do you do if your suede starts getting stained? Whether you have stepped in a puddle or someone has stepped on your shoe or you just dropped something weird on the suede, the best way to tackle a stain on your suede is to get a suede eraser. Assuming the shoe is dry, most stains on suede can be tackled by hitting it with the suede eraser and then following up with a suede brush afterwards. If it was some type of material that got onto your suede, like tomato sauce or something, you could try hitting it with some soap and water, let it dry out, and then use a suede brush. But if it's something that's greasy and nasty, like some oil, you pretty much just have to take the L.
You lose.
Anyway, y'all, this has been another episode of Debonair Gamer. Thank you so much for watching my video. I hope that you found this informative, and I hope that now you're more easily able to take care of your suede shoes, your suede boots, your suede hats, whatever suede you have laying around. I hope this was helpful for you. So if you like this video and you want to see more like this, please make sure to hit that thumbs up button and put in some comments in the comment section below to let me know that you really liked the video, that it was informative for you. And if you haven't already, please make sure to smash that subscribe button and hit that notification bell so that you always be in the know about when I upload a brand new video. Anyway, y'all, this has been Debonair Gamer. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next video. So until then, good game.